As soon as you select the right format, you can import. Okay. Now that you have the grid, what is the next step? Well, the grid is not ready. The grid is not ready. We need to do the layering. Do the layering now. For that grid, do the layering and put 20 layers. That's the exact way that you have in your project. Okay. So do layering and add 20 layers. Can you do that? Guys, at this time? Do layering, 20
Number of
layers.
20?
Yes, do layering now.
Apply?
That's not what I did.
You managed to do the grid? No. Do layering, 20 layers. Okay?
Sorry, when you have a minute, please, could you communicate?
You say it's too complex.
Sally, are you okay?
Yeah.
Following?
Just on the top.
Well, that's what I've done. And when you add the layers, is it just on the top?
I'd put 20.
So when we're adding the
Layers
layers,
here.
is it just on here we're adding the layers?
It's in between the two surfaces that you have. Because you only have two horizons
Do we
there.
need to add another one? The base?
No, because you add layer between two. You cannot add, if you add another one, you can, if you have three surfaces, you can add layer from 1 to 2 or 1 and 3 to
So here it knows to go from top to base.
exactly, 20 from top to base, easy, okay? But there are cases when you can add for horizon, so you want to divide your reservoir into zones, different layers here, different layers there, like the way that you see in your field trip. For instance, you see different type of rocks. You see sandstone, so it might be then these layers are more, so you can, depending on what you, the detail that you want to do, okay? Okay, so now, you make the layering. I'm going to make the layering, okay? So we go to layering, okay? And then we're going to add 20 layers, okay? To that grid. And it's working with the 3D grid with bond, okay? So I'm going to apply. Okay, so you check now the grid. So you have horizons. You open horizons are the two surfaces that you have. We have edges and this. Okay, I'm gonna unclick these surfaces for you to see our grid, the small grid that we have. Okay, so the grid is ready, but we need to generate properties. Okay, remember that you know how to generate properties. The case that we did was with the calculator, remember? So we generate property with the calculator for porosity, permeability, neck to gross, remember? So how can you do that? But I'm gonna tell you how to generate properties in a real situation, okay? Because in reality, if you put property 0.2 for the full reservoir, is that real? After you went to the field trip, is that real?
A lot of equations.
It's not real, isn't it? Because you see the outcrops. You see the outcrops. What difference do you see in your field trip?
Oh yeah, like everywhere.
There are differences, okay? So we're gonna use petrophysical model to populate in your real situation in your project, okay? So you can go the easy way. So depending on what you study, you know the small box that we were studying. So we allocate 0.2 porosity. Easy. I can put with the calculator, okay? You know how to do that. I'm gonna show you how to populate this information. For this information, you have a distribution of porosity. And this distribution of porosity is coming from logging. So you can populate property from logging. You can populate property based on different core analysis. Okay, so you have core analysis, so you analyze the porosity of different rock samples, so you can have that distribution, okay? So in our grid, now we're gonna populate the porosity. We're gonna populate the porosity the way that we knew, you know, the easy way. We're gonna put for calculator. So properties calculator and then go to porosity. Okay? So So we're going to look for porosity. I cannot find it. Okay, it's here. Porosity. Okay. And then I'm gonna allocate one value. You know, imagining here, the mean of this data is 0.1766, the one that you have in your project. Okay, I'm gonna put 0.1766. And then I put enter. Okay? If I do that, I'm going to populate that. So it will allocate that porosity value to all the grid.
You say 0.1766. What's that?
170. I'm working with your project.
0.1.
The mean. Yeah, the mean. Okay?
Yeah, 0.1.
Yeah. Okay, so if I open, I will have my property, okay? In my grid. I'm gonna click the skeleton, so I will see my property is there. Okay? Okay? So you want to see your grid, your lines, your grid line, you right click in properties, settings, and then you put grid show. You click show, and then apply, and then you will see the lines. Why not there? I don't know. Huh? Yeah, because they are really small.
Why doesn't it change colour?
Yeah, because it's only one value. See the scale? Now we're gonna put.
I haven't got shadow.
No, it's the same color. And it's at the grid there. See?
Ah, yeah.
It's there. Okay? So the cells are really small. Okay?
Looks like the moon.
Okay? Okay. Now I'm gonna show you how to populate that using petrophysical modeling. Okay? So using petrophysical model, we're going to listen carefully because I'm gonna change to another area. So pay attention, please. Okay? I'm gonna go to another area. So I go to home. I'm going to change to the perspective to geology and geophysics. Okay? So I'm just going away from the reservoir engineering for a while. Okay? And then I'm going to do property modeling. Okay? And then in the property model, you will find this box here, petrophysical modeling. Okay? If you open that one, you're gonna get this window here. Okay? So in this one, you can scale properties using a statistics method, and you can populate that doing this range of data, or you can also populate from logs. If your wells have logs, you can populate the properties in your grid from the information that are in the logs. Okay? In your project, you don't have logs. See, I can make this project more. So this data is given, so you can use this data. Okay? So we're gonna use this data. So you in here, I'm gonna create new one. Okay? And then the property will be porosity. Okay? See, you can also populate different, not only porosity, you can also populate different properties using this petrophysical model. Okay? So you now know how to populate properties using the calculator, and also how to populate properties using petrophysical modeling.
So you can use either.
You can use either. But you know that with the calculator for porosity, you can use if. You can, with the calculator, you say, well, if the cells are this, using like an Excel, you can also allocate properties to each cell, but it might be a little bit more complicated, okay? All right, so this one, so we're gonna select as porosity. I'm gonna put porosity with petrophysical modeling, just to compare, okay? And then I'm gonna open this look here. So I'm gonna use a distribution. Okay, that's what you're gonna do in your project. Okay, distribution. So you go to distribution. In this, can you see this one? In this box is that you're gonna put your SIN number. The one that you have in the final table, okay? So each student will have an ID for the simulation, okay? So you can include the SIN number that you were allocated. I'm gonna use the Nielsen. 2206, okay? And then I'm going to output data range is the data range that is in the table. So in your data you have minimal is for porosity is 0.0008 and maximal is
0.305.
Okay, and the mean is 0.1766 and the standard deviation is 0.0542. Okay? Okay.
And is global seed a place in the world? What's global seed?
Well, that's this is a number when the population will start. You know, the method, because you're gonna populate using Gaussian random fusion simulation. Okay, to populate that that population will start with that number. Okay, so that same number it will start from that in that random.
So it has nothing to do with location whatsoever.
Well, you will see that the porosity distribution will be different. You can do it. You can change the number, and then you will see that you will have. It's not gonna be huge, different because you are selecting the minimal and maximal and the mean. So the mean it will distribute the porosity around the mean. You will see the distribution of the property that you are trying to populate. Okay. So if you do that, you're gonna put apply. Okay, put apply. Okay. Okay, and you will see that your property is now different. Okay,
That is cool.
now is reality. Okay, that is reality. Okay, so it's different to allocate something and populate from. So in reality, when you get information for logging, when you get information for code, so you start putting more good information to your reservoir, okay? Please save your project. Okay, so we are fine. So that is what you have to do in your project, okay? Using petrophysical modeling only for porosity. And the rest of the properties that you need to do are all related with porosity. Okay, that's when the business starts to get complicated. Okay, so from this one on, you need to use the calculator. Remember that I told you that the calculator can act as an Excel. So you can put formulas, you can put whatever, and that is the reason why I add a document how to use the calculator with Petrel that I want to just to look at because you can get a lot of things. Okay. So in your project you have net to gross. So we're gonna generate this one, okay, as an example. They say, well, just put a cutoff. So because in this, you're not gonna consider for your volume calculation the porosity value lower than 0.11. Okay. So we're gonna do that with the calculation. I'm gonna show you an example, okay, of that. So in this one, so we're gonna generate a property, sorry about this. If you go to porosity,